If you could see the path of your life from start to finish, would you change things? Would you erase the darkness, the failures? Or would you add things? More light, more color, more magic? For 4 days, we journeyed through the largest cave in the world, scaling boulders, wading through rivers, pushing forward to a place fewer have seen than the summit of Mount Everest. The path at times disappeared into darkness. The only way forward was to keep moving, to trust what couldn't yet be seen. The heroes of every great story don't find their power in comfort. They find it when there is no clear way forward, when the path dissolves beneath their feet, and they must descend into the unknown. So maybe the question isn't, would you change things? Maybe the real question is, can you trust that you're exactly where you're meant to be? Can you make a home for yourself, even in the hard parts? Because what if the thing you fear the most is the doorway to the life you've been waiting for? What if this descent, this challenge, this step is not the end of you, but the very making of you? And what if your greatest challenge is actually revealing your greatest treasure? What if, at the end of it all, you step onto the highest peak, look back at everything that brought you here, and realize you wouldn't change a thing?
This trip was one of the best places, if not hands down the craziest place I've ever been to. When Chelsea hit me up last year to see if I wanted to go, I was like, hell yeah. I can't let this opportunity go because the wait list is like 2 years. And if I wanted to do it this year, I'd have to wait till 2027. And I just don't want to wait for that. It's been on my bucket list for 5 years now, and I finally got to do it. Because this place is so damn special, I knew that I had to do a little bit of pre-production to go out there. And usually the way I like to make my videos is really dictated by sound. Scores and music and sound effects is a very key thing in my workflow. And the good thing about Artlist is that I'm able to use this thing called stems. And what is stems? Stems is basically kind of like a breakdown of each score of every different instrument that is used to make that one specific score into harmony. And the cool thing about stems is that you can use whatever you like. Like if you want to just use the drums or just the drone or the violin, you can actually just move every little track into its own little place and create almost like your own version of that song. And what's cool about using multiple different songs is that if you can get different stems and different pads and different keys, then you're able to transition multiple songs into one. And this is what I did in this film. So let me break it down to you a little bit of how I did this. So I broke down my timeline like this. Usually I like to color code a lot of my different sound effects. I'll have my ambience, my Foley, my creative, my whooshes, my risers, my hits, all kind of just categorized in its own little timeline just to be a little bit more organized. And I'll color code my scores. And for this one in particular, it's the purple one. And you can see here all of my stems that I kind of just broke down. And originally, the last score that I used in the film was, like, more of a fantasy, score, and it would in by no means work for any type of my videos, but when I was listening to it and I played the stems on Artlist, I was like, "Oh, I need just that. I just need that version and that part." And when I put it in, it made so much sense, and especially it gave me that world fantasy vibe of the cave that really brought it to life, and I'm so thankful for that because sometimes when you're listening to a song and you're just like, "I just want that version of it," or, "I just want this specific sound," well, that's where stems come. And another cool thing about Artlist is that you're able to download stock footage on there, which actually saved my ass and the edit because I didn't have a drone shot. And honestly, that whole place was a drone shot. So in the intro of the film, I was able to download that and find that easily by searching up Vietnamese jungle. And I found it within 2 searches. And it was a perfect moody top-down shot that matched the color of my vibe, and I was able to download it in log, which is honestly groundbreaking. If you want to check any of this out, whether you're a creator that has just started on the internet or been doing this for years, Artlist has a plan for everybody. And right now, if you were to click the link in my description, I could give you 2 months extra for free. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.